next vocabulary word, which is flinching. Now, flinching is a reaction that you have when you're afraid. That's flinching. When you're afraid something is going to hit you or harm you. This is another intermediate level vocabulary word that I have chosen from chapter 6 of David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Let's practice using this verb to flinch. Let's see. John was explaining a time when a bully was trying to start a fight with him. John didn't want the bully to think he was afraid. So when the bully moved very close to him, he didn't move. He didn't make any movements that would indicate that he was afraid. He didn't flinch. He didn't flinch. Now let's make a why not flinch question. Why didn't he flinch? Why didn't he flinch? Now let's change this to a reported speech question. Mary asked him. She asked him. Now the direct question is, why didn't he flinch? But that's the question form. We don't want the question form anymore. This is not a question anymore. So we have to say why he didn't flinch. She asked him why he didn't flinch. She asked him why he didn't flinch. Okay, but because this is in the past, we should change it to past perfect. Why he hadn't flinched. She asked him why he hadn't flinched. She asked him why he hadn't flinched. Okay, and John answered, I didn't want to show fear in front of a bully. Let's change that into reported speech. He said, now we have, I didn't want to show fear. So that's in the past. I didn't want. How would you change that to past perfect? I hadn't wanted to. I hadn't wanted to show fear. You probably wouldn't really say that. You probably would just say, I didn't want to. But let's go along with it anyway. He said that he hadn't wanted to show fear in front of a bully. He said he hadn't flinched because he hadn't wanted to show fear in front of a bully. Okay, let's try another example using the word flinch. Here's another situation. Mary is at the dentist, and the dentist came very close to her with a giant needle, and he wanted to put it in her mouth. As he came close to her with the needle, as he approached her, she flinched. She did that movement. Okay, let's make a why she flinched question. Why? Why did she? Why did she flinch? Why did she flinch? Let's change this to reported speech. The dentist asked her. He asked her. He asked her why she flinched. So, why did she flinch? That's the question form. But this is not a question anymore, so we say why she flinched. He asked her why she flinched. And because it's in the past and we're doing reported speech, we should change flinched into the past perfect form, which would be had flinched. He asked her why she had flinched. We can do a contraction. He asked her why she'd flinched. He asked her why she'd flinched. And Mary answered, because I'm afraid of needles. I'm afraid of needles. Let's change that to reported speech. She said that she was. She said that she was afraid of needles. So in direct speech, she says, I am afraid of needles. But in reported speech, we change it to past. She said she was. She said that she was afraid of needles. Right, let's move on to the next vocabulary. Okay, which is the phrase to have something done. Let me